Thoughts from the Trail. I'm Scott Anderson.
Hello everybody. I am out here on the banks of the Utah Lake, and today I'm thinking about an idea that was stuck into my head over the weekend when I heard somebody talk about this topic. And here it is. Have you ever been seated on an airplane and had a window seat, and when you're taking off, let's say this day is a rainy, stormy day, and you're staring out the window and you're looking up and you see the dark clouds and you're seeing the rain and the clouds look angry, and the plane is taxiing out and getting position on the runway for takeoff. And the drops of water are appearing all over the window, and as you peer up, the engines start to rev and you start barreling down the runway. Everywhere that you look appears to be bleak, and outside of your control, the pilot is flying the plane down the runway. It's picking up speed, and eventually the nose tilts up and it starts flying. It's now airborne, and you're still seeing the rain come down and the dark clouds all around. And as you're rising up from the ground, you start to experience some turbulence, some bumps, and maybe even some fear about the flight as you're taking off. And eventually, as you gain in altitude, you fly into the clouds. And while in the clouds, the plane is jerking around. It's very bumpy. You might be white knuckling the chair. You might be grabbing the person next to you who might not be wanting you to grab them. Whatever, you get the point. And then, as you're looking out the window and you're seeing the white clouds go by, all of a sudden it happens. And you find yourself seeing a beam of sunshine and then a wide open expanse of sunlight as the plane ascends above the clouds. And you look out of the window. It is no longer raining. It is sunny. The blue sky and the white fluffy clouds below look very different, and you are in the clear. And it's a very beautiful sight, and you just revel at it, and you just pause and go, wow, that's beautiful. So you have made it off the ground, through the rainy clouds and turbulence, up into a beautiful area. And this analogy to me reminds me of what can happen to us in our lives. Naturally, because we're living, we experience some turbulence and dark skies and dark clouds where everything looks bleak and gloomy. And the only thing that we can see and think of is the rain, the thunder, the lightning, maybe the wind, whatever. And it just seems like you are in a bad situation. And just like when the airplane reaches, ascends above the clouds, the reality is, in our situations as well, we too can overcome and ascend above the challenges that we face. The truth is, on the airplane, somebody is guiding us. In this case, it's the pilot, and the pilot is taking us through the storm and up into the clear, blue, beautiful, calm, peaceful, loving skies. In reality, in life, sometimes that's true. Sometimes there is someone who can help us and guide us through a challenge that we're facing. I feel, however, more importantly, it's paramount upon ourselves to be able to do that as well, and not have to only and always rely on others to guide us through it. And the bottom line is, we can all do it. When we're facing a stiff challenge, no matter how dark the clouds look, we have to remember, just like in the analogy of the airplane, while we're looking up at the dark clouds and feeling, oh my gosh, we're scared, it's horrifying, on the other side of the clouds, there is sunshine. And you know what? The sun is always shining. We may not see it. We maybe can't see it because the dark clouds that we're currently experiencing are preventing us from seeing it. But the truth is, the sun is always shining. That to me is very hopeful and inspiring because it lets me know there is hope. There is hope that we're going to reach that sunshine. It might be today, it might be tomorrow, it might be a month from now. But that sunshine is there waiting for us. And we just have to take the responsibility of going through the steps, ascending through those dark clouds until we break through like the airplane does and able to see the blue, beautiful expanse of the clear sky. It's something that we can do. We can do it of our own volition. We can do it with the help of friends and family. But the bottom line, and this is, I think, maybe the most important part of this message, although you may find something else is more important, or you may find nothing is important. That's up to you. But I think the most important thing for us to remember is the sun is always shining. That is not going to change. What changes is how we respond to whatever situation we're in. Well, that's what I'm thinking about today. I'm thinking about the other side of the clouds. As I look at challenges that I face currently, today, right now, it's helpful for me to know the sun is always shining, and that through my persistence and efforts, and through perhaps some help from others, in each of these situations, I am going to find the sunshine on the other side of the clouds. I invite you to think about that too. I invite you to allow hope, possibility into your thinking. And if you're going through a really hard time, try to find a way to remember. And it's sometimes really hard to remember this when we're in the thick of the storm. But remember, the sun is always shining on the other side of the clouds. I wish you the best. I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time on the trail.